Hey all, my name's Braden, of course, and welcome back to the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Let's Play. Now, I want to apologize ahead of time, so if you hear lots of this going on, my microphone stand broke recently. So in my hands right now, I am holding the top half of a microphone stand, which has my microphone attached to it. Meaning I have to go out into my garage later and actually pull out my other microphone stand. So, this entire episode is going to be nothing but Metropolis Zone. Yay. Now, I don't like Metropolis Zone. It is my least favorite zone in the entire franchise. Why? Mainly because of one particular thing that breaks up into three things. The exclusive badniks of this particular game, the Unholy Trinity, as they are so lovingly dubbed by the fandom. Also known as the badniks of Metropolis Zone. The Asteron, the Shellcracker, and the Slicer. Now, the Asteron isn't too bad to deal with. He's just this little star enemy that acts like a proximity bomb. You get too close to him, he'll activate. A few seconds after, he'll blow up, sending out 5 projectiles. Very easy, all very easy to avoid. However, if you have Tails active, he dies in this stage, he will respawn from off-screen, causing the Asteron to pop prematurely, and you will take damage, most likely, from off-screen. The second badnik, the Shellcracker, usually placed under a low ceiling, making him hard to get on top of or behind. And his weakness is on his back and behind him. Now, if you get too close to him from the way he's facing, he'll extend his claw at you, and he'll hit you. Now, his claw does damage, and the chain attached to said claw will do damage. And because he's under a low ceiling, he is very tricky to deal with. Now, the third and final badnik of this particular stage, and my least favorite badnik in the entire franchise. The Slicer. The Slicer is probably the worst badnik to ever come out of this entire series. If you get too close to the Slicer, he will throw his blades at you. Now, his blades have this pseudo sort of homing property to it. And that will home in on where you're generally standing, or where your general location overall. Now, if you don't know how to abuse the pathing on the Slicer's blades, you're most likely going to get hit, take damage, and you'll start taking damage a lot in this stage. See this little green guy? Yeah, that's the Slicer. And I don't like him. Least favorite badnik right there. We're gonna ignore him. Now, it's not just the badniks that are kind of garbage in this stage, it's the stage as a whole. It's got every stage hazard under the sun in a Sonic game. It's got crushers, it's got spikes, bottomless pits, a steam, stage hazards in of themselves that are unique to this stage, and it's gross badniks altogether, making this one of my least favorite stages in the entire series. Not just the game, it's my least favorite stage in the game, but one of my least favorite in the overall franchise. Mad Gear Zone is another stage I don't like, and it's mainly because it's a rehash of this stage. So, there is something I do want to go into about the development of this game as well. This game and Sonic CD were being developed around the same time. Now, Sonic CD, of course, came out first, and this game came out shortly after, which is probably why the spin dash is so neutered in Sonic CD. There was a scrapped zone in development of this game called Wood Zone. I know, real original name, huh? Now, Wood Zone seemed to be a past rendition of Metropolis Zone, leading me to believe that at some point during development, Sonic 2 had time travel elements. Sega and Sonic Team over in Japan went, we're doing that. Our game's almost done and pretty much ready for shipment and publishing right now, so ditch the time travel aspect of your game. Sega of America went, okay, and that was that. At least, that's what I think happened. Probably not, but I couldn't find any sort of confirmation on the subject. That's just what I've been hearing around. Now, this stage is also rather glitchy, where these tube things, if you're supersonic and you're jumping around in them, you will clip through the floor and end up temporarily soft-locking yourself. And by temporarily soft-locking, I mean you have to sit around in the floor until 10 minutes passes in the stage. Now, these yellow springs, if you hold the jump button, you can launch twice as far and twice as fast off of them. Which is a good way to get launched into a slicer in one particular act of this stage. But anyway, we're coming up on the boss relatively shortly because we are in Act 2, and like I mentioned, every second act is the boss act. The boss should be right. No. Why? That's not a good sign. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to Metropolis Zone, Act 3! Now, Metropolis Zone Act 3. Metropolis Zone in general is the only stage in this game that has a third act. And that also goes into development of Sonic 2 once more. Now, during its development, either due to time constraints or due to the name of the stage itself, or a combination of both, one particular stage had to get scrapped. And that stage was originally going to be a full-fledged zone, and unfortunately, developers hopefully didn't have enough time to put it in, because we'd be playing through it right now. We'd be playing Genocide City Zone. Probably a good thing the zone got scrapped, but if it was completed, I'm curious if they would have changed the name of the zone, because Sonic 2 being developed by Sega of America had to have known what the term genocide meant, right? So I'm thinking that Genocide City Zone was probably just a placeholder name. And it would be due to time constraints that the zone would have to be scrapped. I haven't actually found anything online about what really happened to Genocide City Zone. I've seen so many different people say, oh, it's just time constraints, or no, it was the stage itself, and the president of Sega of America went, remove it. But I don't know, I just can't find 100% proper confirmation on what truly happened to the zone. I just know it was in development, and it got scrapped. That's all that I know. So, it's Act 3 that will house the boss fight. Now, I actually do want to bring up something about the boss fight. The boss fight in this particular zone was also rehashed for Sonic 4 Episode 1, being the Robotnik balloon fight. And it operates under the exact same logic as that fight, where we're coming up on the boss. Anyway, I might as well start getting into the boss. Now, the boss will descend from the ceiling, and you pretty much jump up, hit the bottom when you have a free shot. Don't get hit by the orbs because they do damage. You hit the Eggmobile, one of the egg pods breaks, releasing a Robotnik balloon. Now, you destroy the balloon, Robotnik will descend, you rinse and repeat until all the balloons are destroyed. He'll then go to one side of the screen, usually the left. I don't know if that Robotnik balloon could damage me or not, I wasn't taking the chance, but he'll start shooting a laser. So if you just stand under Robotnik and just jump up when he's shooting his laser, you'll never have to worry about taking damage from the laser. It's just the Robotnik balloons and the egg pods themselves that you really have to worry about. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is Metropolis Zone. Anyway, I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic night, and take care, and I will see you in the next episode, which will be the finale of Sonic 2.